Hey guys! I took a break from YouTube, you probably noticed, and finally back with new video. So this one is about Inktober. I know your subscription box is probably filled with all the Inktober videos. Mine sure is. Anyway, let me catch you up on everything, but first, a little haul. First of all, I got pencils. I won't be doing ink straight on paper, I'm not that crazy. These are my regular pencils I use for sketching everything. Brand is Prismacolor, col-erase in Lavender. That's the color I prefer. Second thing is brushes. Here I have different kinds and sizes of them. Two very thin ones gonna be for line art. You can see the sizes are 20 zeros and 18 zeros. And these two big ones, they are gonna be for washes, ink washes. The brand is Princeton. I'm very happy with these brushes. Actually, these are my new favorite brushes I used. And they're good quality in my opinion. I went to Daniel Smith art supply store in between Bellevue and Redmond. It's in Washington area. Actually, my friend April recommended me this store. It's pretty small, but they have decent amount of everything. So I've picked these brushes and everything I need for Inktober there actually. Okay, next thing I got is ink. It's the main ink I will be using. It is my favorite Pentel Aquash brush in light black. I used it through the last year's Inktober and very happy with it. Let me explain a bit. This is gonna be my darkest color, and I will be using it to create ink washes just by adding a bit of water and mix it with ink in a palette. And the last thing I'll be using for this challenge is Stillman Birn Zeta series mixed media sketchbook. I wanted to get it for the longest time, but couldn't find the legit reason to do that because I already used 3 sketchbooks at the same time and I honestly don't need another one. The paper here is very smooth and white. It really looks and feels like hot press watercolor paper. It's also very thick. It's like 270 grams. The size of the sketchbook is 8 by 10, which is perfect. It also lays flat. The only thing is that they're just 26 sheets, but I don't think I'll do all 31 days of Inktober anyway this year. I'll be quite busy in the second half of this month, and that's also only if I'll decide to draw on only one side of the page, which I doubt, but we'll see. So those are my tools, but that's not the only thing that will be helping me during Inktober. Here I have some books. First one is Surf Shack, which is just a beautiful inspiration book that gives tons of ideas for backgrounds. If you're not very good with coming up with your own beautiful scenery and backgrounds, books like that can definitely help you. And another one is Urban Jungle. I've learned about it from the Instagram that I follow with the same name. If you're into filling the void in your heart with plants like I am, you would totally love it, I guarantee. Basically, it tells you about plants for your home, which are good for different light, which are easy to care for, which are not, and shows a bunch of different beautiful homes and interiors of actual real people, not just stage stuff. I find this kind of materials very inspiring for me personally. And the last thing I will be using is this boy. Lots of you are already probably familiar with it. It's a male posable figure. Since I'm pretty much familiar with female anatomy, I decided to challenge myself a bit and draw male characters for Inktober this year. More specifically, I will be drawing my own character Jasper. Basically, you can pose this figure any way you want and use it as a reference. It's much easier to come up with some pose when you can actually pose a real figure than just thinking about it. Anyway, let's see how it will go. Hopefully I will draw majority of the time. I don't want to commit to all 30 days, but maybe 20 at least. It's still gonna be great. And here we go. Welcome to bad quality footage. I didn't really plan to film any of Inktober drawings this year. I already decided to challenge myself with the subject, so filming everything on top of that would be too much pressure. As always, I'm planning to work on values again. I'll say it over and over again. It is super important, and hopefully I will get a little bit better this year. My second goal, as I said previously, drawing male characters. I don't draw men as often as I draw women, and majority of them were portraits anyway, so this time I decided to concentrate more on full body drawings and poses. So far I feel that my drawings of men are very stiff, and I think it's because I don't really know male anatomy that well. I don't remember if I planned anything else for Inktober, so that's gonna be it. And that's the only thing that comes to my mind right now. That's it for goals, I mean. Anyway, how's your Inktober going? Are you even doing it, or have you been trying anything new? Oh, I totally forgot to mention that on the first day I forgot to get proper black ink and was super annoyed by outlining everything with multiliners. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm slowly switching to doing line art with ink and brush. At first it was hard and took forever to get used to it, but now I feel more comfortable with it and want to do it only this way, honestly. I've noticed that my lines became more smooth and I'm able to do longer lines from the first try the way I want them to be. And just in general, I feel like my hand is very stable now, even more stable than before. So yeah, on the second day I had to run to Michael's to get waterproof black indie ink for line art. Some of you also been asking my opinion on so-called Inktober controversy. And I don't know how people have time for drama over literally everything. Because to be completely honest, the only Inktober and progress I care the most about is my own. I see why Jake Parker created challenge this way. I've learned a lot doing Inktober last year, but do I care about someone's problems with following the rules of the challenge? No, I don't. If people would actually spend as much time drawing as they spend talking on social media about it, that would be amazing. We would have so much more beautiful art to look at. And here's a little flip through of my Inktober pieces so far. I missed half of the days getting ready for a market I was tabling at and also updating my online store, but I still have time to catch up and enjoy the rest of the challenge. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, anyway, I'm wishing you luck to accomplish whatever goals you set for yourself. And please enjoy the challenge and draw a lot, talk less, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Hopefully soon. Okay, bye.